Hey, Jurassic Productions. Hey, Baragon. Hey, D-Man. Ah, nuts. Hey, Carrie. I keep messing up. Okay. Let us see what trouble I can get into today. Oh, she's telling me I need to quit messing up. My room is interesting. Hi, Sandra. I'm not going to try saying your screen name because I will mess it up. So, Sandra, hi. I don't know. I know it's going to be a full car or a full van. Hopefully, the van starts. I am. I have, Ross, I have the largest room in the house, one heat vent, and it's in the opposite end of the room. And there are places where Dennis and three others. So we'll probably do a drop off and then a pickup. Okay. So I'm not going to waste any time. If you have questions for me as we go through this, oh, I hope everything's okay. And if not, I'm really sorry. So the Penguin and Puffin Coast is at the St. Louis Zoo. It is home to 4 species of penguin and 2 species of puffin. This exhibit opened in 2003 and it was the first open air exhibit like this in the United States. So when it says open air, the glass only goes up high enough to keep the water in. That is it. Maybe a little bit higher, but not much. The exhibit is home to gentoo penguins, horned puffins, Humboldt penguins, king penguins, southern rockhopper penguins, and tufted puffins. No, tufted penguins, sorry. Oh yeah, there's several. I know I don't normally do this, but for lives, It is in St. Louis, Missouri. There are at least 3: the Atlantic puffin, horned puffin, tufted puffin, and then there is one animal that is genetically a puffin. And that is the rhinoceros auklet, but they don't have it at the zoo, so we're not going to be really discussing it. There are 3 different exhibits that make up this exhibit. Maybe I should call them displays, not exhibits. But anyway, the first one is the Dennis and Judy Jones Family Humboldt Haven. It is home to Humboldt penguins and comes with a 22-foot waterfall, as well as nesting chambers built into the rock. Humboldts are tend to build their homes in burrows, I believe. The next exhibit is the Liechtenstein Penguin Cove. This is home to king penguins, gentoo penguins, and the zoo's rockhopper penguins. This exhibit features a walk through sub-Antarctic area where not only can the guest smell the birds, hear the birds, and see the birds. The indoor area is kept between 45 and 50 degrees year-round. So if you go to the zoo and you're going to go into this exhibit, you may want to do what I do and wear a jacket. The exhibit was home, I believe, originally to 40 penguins. But there are hopes that someday... Uh-oh. I did not open up. Hold on. Any questions? I forgot to open up the live on my Chromebook. So again, we are talking about the Penguin and Puffin Coast at the St. Louis Zoo. I don't know. Let us find out. If I have not responded to your message on Facebook yet, or on YouTube yet, I will do that. I'm running a little behind. Yes. In Ecuador. Nothing in the United States that I'm seeing. Now, it does say that the Bronx Zoo and the San Diego Zoo did. The red-footed is supposedly at the San Diego Zoo. You can see them in the United Kingdom and also at 3 places in the European Union. So, and I don't know how current my information is, so there's that. The lights in this exhibit, the lights in the penguin exhibits or in the penguin display area simulates the reverse seasons for the southern hemisphere species. So for the penguins, they do reverse lighting depending upon the seasons. The last area is the Taylor family Puffin Bay. Whoops. The last area is the Taylor family Puffin Bay. With the puffins, one site said that there were also king eider ducks, which are a duck from the Arctic. They may or may not be there. And the Humboldt penguin area is said to be shared with brown pelicans. The exhibit for the Humboldt penguins is designed after the Pacific coast of Peru and China. Hi, Nathan is the goat. How are you? There is also underwater viewing for the penguins and the puffins. In 2005, this exhibit was voted the best zoo exhibit. Oh, wait, it was voted number 4 in the best zoo exhibit in the United States. I'm good. A little bit chilly, but good. This area in the zoo used to be the historic bear pits that were opened in 1922. And there are around 30 Humboldt penguins on exhibit, along with several brown pelicans. Now, this next exhibit takes us to Germany. And it is called the Arctic Panorama. My favorite animal, oh man, how many times do I get this question? Quite a bit. I really don't have one. After the live, if you so choose, you can view the zoo. I like spiders. I do like spiders, but my favorite animal changes a lot. If you want to see this next exhibit, in its entirety, some nice person visited the zoo and recorded the entire exhibit for you so you can see it as they see it. While we're doing this, I'm going to give my thoughts on the exhibit, because there are many. Because I viewed the exhibit so that I could see it, because sometimes that helps me as I'm doing my little thing. I sort of like, I'm not going to lie, blue sharks are one of my favorites, but like I said, I have a lot of favorites, so it does change, Nathan the goat. Yeah, there are places where they incorporate the scenery that was originally there. I think it's Zurich. I think Zurich has a big natural rock face, and that's actually where they keep the like the mountain goats and stuff like that, and it works really, really well. The Arctic Panorama, let's talk about this exhibit. So this exhibit covers 8,000 square meters, or 86,111 square feet. It holds a total of 5.3 million liters, or 1.4 million gallons of water. You walk a 750 meter or 2,640 foot path that allows you to see the animals from above and below the surface. There are 14 panoramic viewing windows, giving you the guest the best views possible. This exhibit is home to polar bears, as well as a whole mix of other animals. Now, there is a lot of rock work that makes up this exhibit. I'm not a fan. It looks sort of nice, but I'm not a fan. They do have pools. The polar bear exhibit has a lot of artwork, rock work, not artwork. And I don't know how deep their pool is. I'm sorry. From the polar bears, you get a lot of signage, both about the Arctic and I'm guessing Antarctic. Just to give you an idea of how deep these pools can be, the walrus pool is over 22 feet deep. The animals you will visit here include polar bears, walrus, South American sea lions, which I heard were actually South American fur seals, Humboldt penguins, Gentoo penguins, and king penguins. There's also a few surprises in this exhibit. I feel like the penguins have a really cool exhibit. It is Salton -04J10 or 1010. I don't do the 6-7 stuff. So boy, did I just mess up. That's okay. So the penguins again have that same rock face area, but they also have a pool. There are several viewing areas along this penguin exhibit, and it is very much like you saw or like I described at the St. Louis Zoo. There is no context with it from what I've seen. After the penguins, you come to a aviary. Agreed, D-Man 9FP. And I'm glad I'm not in schools because I think I would go nuts. A lot of the ducks are birds you would see in the Arctic. And they also have other birds that I could not make out in the description or in the video. But there are at least 3. And if you look at the rocks around the pool, you might see them. I did not see them, but you might. After those birds, you enter a building again, and there is a really nice mural along the wall that shows all of the penguins that are alive today. They have an open air exhibit, again, the penguins, that features rocks and water. There is windows that you can see the birds swimming in their pools. I would like to see deeper pools. Another thing that you're going to notice if you watch the video is that these tanks are not perfectly clean. There is algae growing on the rocks, a little bit on the glass, but I guess that adds to the display. After you visit with the penguins, there is a history of the zoo, and it illustrates different marine, like seals and penguins and stuff like that, that have been home at the zoo. Before leaving the exhibit totally, you can climb up and get an overhead view of the exhibits and some of the zoo. Now, when you come out of the building, I don't know. Maybe not to this extent. As you come out of the building, you get a chance to see the animals from the outside. It looked to me like the walrus and the fur seals share a tank or a display area. Not 100% sure on that. I might have been looking at a bull. I could not tell. Well, to be honest, I don't think it is. I think if there were an issue, they would remove it. But yeah. To me, it's more of an it's more of an eyesore. It's not, I don't think it's a health issue. I think it's an exhibit issue. I just don't like it. I'm used to our pristine looking exhibits. And if you look at a lot of outdoor exhibits in Europe, that is not uncommon to see. Maybe I need to do 3 of these exhibits at once. Because, yeah, I ran short. How is everybody doing? Overall, I would suggest watching the video. Derek, I can't remember his name. Yeah, exactly. It's not a bad exhibit overall, from what I could see. It's just yeah, I had that issue sometimes with sequels. Eventually they run out of ideas and it's just ugh. Yeah, I have to play around with stuff as far as I mean, if you get a chance, it might have posted today. Actually, let's see. That's something else I got to do today. Oh, I guess it's in post. Yeah, if you go in and you look at the post that I did today, or that is up today, it is really, really bad. Like, super bad. I think I sent it to Carrie before I posted it, and the AI did it dirty. I have to. Oh, shoot. The Copilot one looked pretty nice. It's for kissing bugs. And that part of it looks really good. You can see it's nicely planted. There is some educational signage. Nice big exhibit. And then there is that. It has signage, but that's the entire exhibit. There's not much there. There just is hardly anything. It is a glass box with a what looks like sort of the style of the homes that they would live in, that people would live in, because these insects will climb into the rafters. Well, she may not be feeling good. I don't know if they have. Yeah. They will climb up inside the thatch and then come down to feed on people. So I get the whole thatch thing. If it were me, if I were doing it, you would enter the thatched hut and there would be exhibits in the hut of animals that might enter the exhibit. And it looks like there's two. I didn't notice that. That's too funny. There's an exhibit here and there. I don't know what's the exhibit for next week is going to be. I I have a system for figuring that out, and it's really bizarre. Am I too dark? That's a little bit better. Um, I have a list that has all of the exhibits that I have on the paper zoo, and then I have a list and a spreadsheet of all of the animals. Um, what was I? And then what I do is I have the Gemini um AI. I tell it to um give me a number 1 through 47, and then it gives me the number, and then I go in and I will say, okay, give me whatever letters I need to do the off exhibit area, and then I take the number and the letter, and I type it into the spreadsheet, and it searches for an animal that fits that exhibit area. So that's how I do it, and it works really well. I have no idea what it's going to be this week. It could be anything for next week. Awesome. I have a package coming. A friend is sending me something. They're the people that did the Gabus Arboretum video, if you haven't seen it. So I'm excited. It could be magazines, but yeah. I used to, obviously you can tell that by the things on the wall. Oh, I need to type up the story for next week. Ugh. Oh my god. I got a book one time that I ordered off of Amazon, and they shoved it into the mailbox, and I almost did not get it out. I was so mad. The book was like this thick. It did, which I don't understand why they did it that way, but oh my gosh, it was so bad. Well, back in the day, they were using UPS or the Postal Service. Oh, yeah, I could see that. I yelled at well, not really yelled, but I told one of my nieces she went to get my mom's mail. And I'm like, I looked at her and I go, that's illegal. You don't live here. You could get in really big trouble for doing that. Is this not the coolest looking dragon? Ah, He's even got little red claws. I think he's a midnight dragon or something like that. Anyway, I have to go live on TikTok today. Not looking forward to it. But I did make money off of the last one, so I shouldn't complain too much. Yeah, I know those feelings, D-Man. I know those feelings. If you are new to my channel and you have questions or comments about today's video, about today's live, or you have questions to me, throw those at me. Or if you want to see a figure or something, let me know. I am planning, I don't know why, like yesterday, the whole time I'm doing live, I had to have something right here because of the sweater I was wearing. I don't have any tapers or capybaras. No, I haven't ordered it yet because I have to I have to earn that money. And yeah, I also have to pay a phone bill. So it's either phone bill or animal. And I like having my phone, so my phone bill gets paid. If I had tons of excess money, I would get it, but I don't. So that's the thing. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Yeah, I know, but you know, it is what it is. I have adjusted. That's nice. Why is the smiley face upside down? I've never noticed that before. You know what's really nice? I have a Word document that I have all of the species in it that I use for the video stuff. Got it. Got it, got it. And so it has a bunch of animals and plants in it. I can get on Gemini and in a heartbeat, I can find out where maybe I've done that video, if I've done it for TikTok or Instagram, if I've done a live on the subject, and it's amazing without even getting off of the program. I don't like emojis. I rarely use them. And when I do, it's usually because I'm tired and I just want to get stuff done. Looks like it. Or a phone. I can't tell. A fax printer. Got it. I've used those at the school that I used to work at. Anybody have behind the scenes questions for me? No, I've never used one at church. No, actually, hold on. Oh, odio. That is not true, Ross Lynch. Excuse me. Buckwheat is one of the little rascals. Oh, I hate when I do that. I thought I saw it. Was the Hey, Ross Lynch 001, did you give me the Lizard Man video idea? Or was that D-Man? Okay, because that's my next video to work on. I have to do the script for that. But then the zombie one, I know I have it listed somewhere. I just don't know where. You know, such babies, such babies. So at church, I work with my Sunday school class is 8-year-olds through technically Ross Lynch. Yeah. Yeah, probably. I was gonna say, not on the channel. You're not the youngest as far as subscribers go. That's who I haven't seen for a while. Actually, now that I think about it. I need to add another thing of videos to my thing. I guess I'll do that next. Yeah, Ross Lynch, it's in here. Zombies should be Monday or Sunday. The lizard men should be Sunday. And then we have a week's worth of stuff that I need to work on. And then, so after we do the Lizard Man cryptid video, we then have Catfish as a group, Piranha as a group, Blue Bottle Fly, Species Focus, Common Flocks. I'm not sure what I'm doing for that one. Mantises as a group, Hermaphroditism, and Hooded Vulture as an endangered species. And then we have Humpback Whale, Scallop, Grizzly Bear, Deserts, Wallabies versus Kangaroo. What are the differences? I'm not going to try pronouncing this one because I will mess it up. I really got to keep remembering to post videos for the week. So that one is coming up. And then Black Caiman as a species. And then we have Spotted Sucker, Mosquito Fish, Manic Neil Tree, Tomai Stoma, Florida Apple Snails, Zombie Apocalypse and Wildlife, and Matamata. So it is scheduled, Ross Lynch. It is scheduled. You know what though? In all honesty, Ross Lynch, not all of my hair is as short as I would like it. I sort of messed up my haircut. So I try to keep it combed so nobody can tell. And when people do gripe, then I comb it. Yep, I do the same thing. I have problems in the back because I can't see it, and I sometimes have trouble with the mirror. So, yeah. Wow. Cool. I'm only at 80%. That's nice. So then, just so you guys know, we have leopard as urban wildlife, scabies mite, basil, eggplants, bittersweet nightshade, sea anemone, and Ebola. That's gonna be a fun one. Ebola. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. What? Why? Why? What? What did I say? Was it the Ebola? Or the bittersweet? Or what? I don't know. I don't know what the U is about. And then we're gonna have red-eared slider, buckeye trees, mermaids as a cryptid, horsehair worms, swanee. Oh, swanee. Mexican shell, Swanee Rivers, and Cursed. Karst? Anyway, and then sea cucumber, Bengal tiger, bay leaf, American skunk cabbage, from my collection, something or another, fingerleaf gourd, and insects as a group. And then we have springs, creeks, rock reefs, Simosuchus clarkii, Mahjongsaurus, and two things that I'm not going to try pronouncing. Gar, Aardvark, and Anteater Convergent Evolution, Pangolin, Turalema, I missed that one, blue-ringed octopus as a species, and Amazon leaffish. Yeah, it surfaces every once in a blue moon. Unfortunately, it is a zoonotic, so yeah, it pops up occasionally. My problem is I can never remember the attachment that I use when I cut my hair, because I only cut it about maybe once every maybe once or twice a year, to be honest. Maybe more, but Ooh, I need to pick a species for that one. Yeah, it just depends on me. When it starts curling in the back a little bit, that's when I cut it. But this time when I cut my hair, I left a bald spot, so yep. That's a horrible thing. Oh, nuts. I need to do my lesson. Well, I guess after live, I'll have lunch, do shorts, which means I have an excuse to wear this. Ha 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 ha. Y'all have no idea how much I love to put on this mask. And D-Man, I just want to tell you that not the next story, but the one after that, you got to tell me if it meets your standards of if it meets your standards of scary or slightly scary. If you'll have to tell me if I did a good job on it. That's if I can not make mistakes on it. But if it looks like it's going to be too big, I'm going to chop it down. It took it almost 15 minutes to transfer from the phone to the computer. This last one. Yeah. I hope so. I added onion rings. Boo. Sorry, Ross Lynch. Those give me the heebie-jeebies. No, I just don't need onion rings. Me and my system does not like onion rings. Let's just leave it at that. Like I'm like my mom, onions are fine in small pieces, but to make a meal out of them or to eat them like you would french fries, yeah, it's best not to. Anyway, I don't know why I put that on. I had a recipe for doing like potato wedges in the oven, but I forgot what you put on them. I think it was Italian dressing. I like thicker fries. Man, the things I find. There's a whole. I cannot believe the things I find in my collection. Sometimes it's scary. It's a coconut. Well, it's actually the husk. This is the husk. The coconut is inside. It's very old. But it makes for a good educational piece. Well, that's sort of what Bluetooth is. What I like about it is I can put my headphones in and listen. No. This? No. Everything is in there. These are Bluetooth headphones or earbuds, whatever you want to call them. Nope. And they're Bluetooth. They connect to the phone. There's no wires to mess with. Goes into the ear. You have your phone connect to it. And yeah. No wires to mess with. You just pop them in your ear and you're good to go. Yeah, I don't recommend. I don't. It's the coconut that is inside. It's not okay. Well, it doesn't go. It doesn't go really far into the ear. It sits like that. These just fit right there. And they work. Now, hooked up to my computer, I have a wired set that probably are getting pretty close to needing to be replaced, but they probably won't. Okay, guys. I'm going to go because I'm going to go eat and all of that fun stuff and answer questions because I've seen stuff come in. Oh, Baragon's back, so I guess I'll wait. Because I'm nice. By the way, thank you for helping me out. Baragon, I really appreciated that. Excuse me. Is it out here in the States? Because I don't see a lot of. Well, I don't know about no problem, but I still appreciate it. Because TikTok is insane. I thought it said there were two. At any rate, guys, I guess I should tell you what the next live's going to be. It's probably something really cool, but there's always that chance that it may not be. Next live is Javan Rhino. Or wait, I don't know what tonight. I don't know what tonight's live is going to be. Just putting it out there. Should I take a vacation? Or should I actually get up and do something? I had somebody ask me one time. Well, not really ask me, more tell me that they don't understand. I had somebody tell me one time that the reason I was single was because of my pets. I'm like, yeah, no. Yep. It was terrible. And I wanted to tell them something that was equally terrible. And I probably should have, but I didn't. I do that a lot with myself. Sometimes I bite my tongue when I probably shouldn't. But I'm getting better at it. Thanks to YouTube and TikTok. I think I bite my tongue a lot more than I should. Thank you, D-Man. That is very nice of you to say. And I do me. That come out really wrong sounding. It always is something. I have 3 siblings, one of which lives 2 houses away. And sometimes I like to go down there and be a pest. But mostly I just go down for the dogs. I love my family. I really do. But not having animals of my own right now, I get that fixed by going down there. Because as much as I love my collection that I have, I can't interact with it. That just looks bad. No. You're a content creator with stuff that people may or may not appreciate. Look at me. I've been doing this for how many years? I have seen people come and go. You know, those, do you see that? Right there. Something has been nibbling on my cobra. Ooh, that's cool, Baragon. I would like to turn. I want to turn the shed in the back into a studio for the spooky guy. If I had the money, that'd be my studio. There's just no, it doesn't have electricity. Ooh, cool, Baragon. I found a baby painted turtle in my yard. So we found a eastern box turtle at my grandma's house one time. And I was young. I was 5 or 6 years old, and decided that I was going to play Gamera with that thing. I felt so bad. I would ground my kid if I ever saw them doing that. I've seen it. I still say our cartoons from my generation were better. Maybe the video wasn't as good, but yeah, whatever. Oh, that's cool. Spider monkeys do not look creepy. If you want to see creepy, you should have come into my room at night. That's creepy. There were 14, 20 tarantulas at one time. And once a week, they would get fed, and you might hear crickets chirping 1 second, and the next second, you don't hear crickets. And it's like, yep, I know why I don't hear crickets. Oh, I miss those days. That would really give, man, that'd be so cool. I could have my mask on, my outfit on, raise up my hand and have a big old tarantula on it. That'd be so cool. But I guess I still could. Oh, it bugs me. It bugged me, but I kind of got used to it. How's that? It doesn't look real, though. Anyway, guys, I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go eat. Be good, everybody. I will see you tonight. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll figure it out. Anyway, good night, everybody. See you laters.